Hey, I'm John Cannell. Today on Preppy Kitchen, we're making the most amazing coconut cream pie. So let's get started. And thanks to Colliders for sponsoring today's video. First off, preheat your oven to 425 Fahrenheit. Now we're gonna roll this pie dough out. Last night, I made a batch of my favorite pie dough. There's gonna be a link in the description if you want that recipe, but you could also use your favorite pie dough too. This is really easy and bakes up nice and flaky. Always keep your pie dough moving, and we're just going to get maybe like a 12 to 13 inch round for our pie dish. You want it to be a little bit bigger than you need. Let's get that onto our rolling pin. Transfer the pie dough onto your pie dish, just roll it out. One thing I want to tell you is don't push it in and try and stretch it. That's a recipe for tearing your pie dough and also getting a pie crust that shrinks. Just finesse it in gently. Treat it nice. This barely needs any trimming. I'm just gonna snip a little bit off the edge here. And now we're gonna fold it underneath so you get like a nice even layer. You can let me know in the comments what you do with your pie dough scraps. Sometimes I like to roll this in cinnamon sugar and bake it up separately. It bakes really quickly though. Let me know what you do. I actually love the careless way this looks right now, but we're gonna give it just a little pinch to finish it off. So use your thumb, your index finger to give it a little wavy edge. That looks nice and pretty. We're gonna pop this into the freezer for half an hour, and that oven's preheating for 30 minutes, so it really gets a nice, even, good heat. Into the freezer, and we'll be right back. Today's video is sponsored by Colliders, your favorite Hershey's candy flavors, chopped, twisted, and layered into a cool, creamy dessert that's made to spoon. With the layered desserts, you get that amazing flavor on the bottom and a creamy chocolate topping on top. We're gonna play a little game with Brian, so here's the deal. I'm gonna cover up these Colliders right now so he can't see them when he comes in, and then he's gonna do a blindfolded taste test. If he can guess all the flavors correctly, then I have to do the dishes from today's shoot. But if he guesses wrong, he's on dish duty. Okay, let me go get him. Brian, sit right there at that stool.
Okay.
Because you're gonna do a blindfolded taste test. It's a little bit of a challenge.
If you smash a pie in my face?
I would never. Okay, can you see anything?
No.
All right.
You don't do anything.
Don't tempt me. Okay, this is number one.
It feels like a very large bite.
It's just a bite.
It's kind of hard getting stuff in your mouth when you can't see it.
Here, I'll let you smell it.
Reese's.
Yes, you got it right. One for Brian. There you go.
Can't see my hand.
I feel like most people could just put a spoon in their mouth blindfolded.
Like a Rolo?
It's a Rolo. Oh, okay, getting annoyed.
Apparently I can't feed myself.
Yeah, what would you do without me?
I don't know.
Oh well, too bad. Boo, it was actually Hershey's. Oh, don't worry, there aren't that many dishes. Here you go for your sudden dessert cravings. If you love it, spoon it. My pie crust is out of the freezer. The oven's nice and hot. Right now I'm just making a frilly parchment paper round. It's my go-to for all pies. So here, it's like a kindergarten snowflake. We're just gonna press that in. The frills help it fold. This is a nice barrier for my pie weights and tin foil. I honestly just did this once and I just leave it in the pantry and reuse it over and over. So it's a double layer of tin foil, and I press it against my frozen pie. And if it's frozen, you're not gonna get tin foil marks where it has points. And along with the pie weights that are inside, this will just prop up my pie dough and make sure it doesn't slump in the oven. We're gonna pop this into the oven, 425 for 15 minutes, and we're gonna pop it out. Okay, this is hot out of the oven, very hot. I'm gonna pull out my structural supports. There we go. Ah, it didn't collapse. We are gonna dock the crust now. A lot of times people dock the crust before this step, but doesn't really work. The hole's resealed back up. So just dock it up. I'm gonna brush the surface of this with an egg wash so it gets nice and golden brown and nice and crunchy too. Now for the all-important tenting. I usually reuse this as well. Someone threw it away, that's fine. Fold a length of tin foil in half, and we're gonna bring it around the edge. Just like that. This forms a little tent to prevent the outside from burning, because we want it to get nice and golden without, blackening and turning bitter. Transfer this onto a baking sheet. We're gonna reduce the temperature to 375 and bake for 15 to 20 more minutes or until the center is nice and golden brown. Keep an eye on it. 30 minutes later at 375, those pans distort under heat. Okay, this looks great. You have a nice edge, it's super golden, and we're gonna let this just set aside and cool for a minute. Hear the kids in the background, it's lunchtime. A lot of the delicious flavor from this pie comes from toasted shredded coconut. This is like the ultimate snackable thing, so the recipe calls for 1.25 cups. You can decide how much you want to toast. And we're gonna pop this into the oven at 350, just a few minutes before you toss it up. Give it a couple minutes more, and it's gonna be golden brown. Now it's time for the filling. 1.5 cups or 360 ml of milk. I'm measuring out 1.5 cups, 360 ml of whole fat coconut milk. This stuff is just, look at that creamy, amazing coconut flavor you get in here. So I love coconut everything, but one of my biggest pet peeves is fake coconut flavor. I love the smell on sunscreen. I do not love the taste. This coconut pie has all natural coconut flavor and it's delicious. I'm gonna warm this up over medium heat until the coconut is all dissolved because there's some solids mixed in and it's nice and warm. While that's warming up, we're gonna mix up 2 eggs and 2 egg yolks in a medium bowl. Kids are having a long conversation about dinosaurs. It's actually pretty cute. Whisk these up and set aside. This is the binding agent that'll hold everything together for our pie, along with that bit of cornstarch. In a medium pot, I'm combining 1 cup or 200 grams of sugar, along with 1/4 cup or about 40 grams of cornstarch. Now we're gonna give this a whisk. Yes, it's kind of annoying to have an extra pot to wash, but I swear this helps with the lumps. Time to pour our warm coconut milk mixture into this cornstarch sugar slurry. Whisk it in. Ooh. Try not to spill. And now we're gonna place this over medium heat until it starts to thicken. And yes, you're gonna be whisking your little heart out. You don't want the milk to burn. Nothing's gonna happen for a bit, and then it's gonna come together in an instant, so just don't walk away. All right, 2 minutes later, it's thicker and bubbling up, so it's time to add that butter and coconut. Lastly, we're gonna add 4 tablespoons of room temperature butter, plop it in and mix it up until it's completely combined. Our last step is 1.25 cups of toasted coconut. Ooh, so nice. It has like a wonderful crunch and creamy, oh, it's good. Pour that in, looks beautiful, and you can see the nice thick consistency. This is ready to go into the fridge to set for about 4 hours, but we'll be right back. While the pie chills, add 2 cups of cold cream right into a cold bowl, 1/4 cup of sugar or less to taste. I'm using powdered sugar, and 2 teaspoons of a nice vanilla. Whip it up until you have nice, beautiful peaks. I could eat all of this whipped cream. Okay, plop it right on top. Now use your spatula or spoon and just swoop the whipped cream up a little bit to create some visual interest. Finish your pie with a sprinkling of big toasted coconut flakes or regular toasted coconut. If you like this recipe, check out my pie playlist. This is literally my idea of a perfect pie. Creamy, the texture of the coconut, the piles of whipped cream on top, and that crisp, flaky crust. Hope you get a chance to make this recipe, and I'll see you in the next video. And thanks to Colliders for sponsoring today's video.